Hello, and this is the fourth and the last episode of this series on dealing with stress. So, this episode is going to be talking about 7 strategies that we need to be practicing for dealing with stress. Okay? So, the first one is looking at an internal dialogue, then developing psychological hardiness, something about conscious breathing, something about releasing endorphins to manage stress, engaging in acts of kindness, maintaining a gratefulness diary, and staying with positive people. I will very briefly take you through all these 7 strategies that we think are important for us to make a part of our life, make it a habit of our mind, such that we can keep stress away and be very productive in our lives. So the first one is about engaging in an internal dialogue. I love this. I'm going to look for more reasons to feel good about my own self, to take care of my own self. So talk to yourself. Have an internal dialogue. Why? Because the way we think has a dramatic effect on the way we feel. And that has an effect on the way we act. And therefore, watch your thoughts and watch your feelings. Engage in self-talk. Recognize negative, stress-provoking thoughts and discard them. Recognize them. Catch them and say, no, I don't want to think like this. Have you read that book, Secret, by Rhonda Myers? She says that. Discard negative thoughts. Think only of positive, rational thoughts, which are very healthy and very calming. The second thing we recommend is developing psychological hardiness. Now, what does that mean? Like a chess player, you need to be very strong here in the mind before you win on the board, right? So therefore, develop strength of your mind, and that will help us deal with stress as well. We talk about 2 C's here. One is whenever there is a challenge, because challenges is what causes us stress. So look at that as an opportunity for success. You might have heard that before, of course, but maybe not in the context of stress management. But what we are saying is that recognize what causes you stress, challenges, new tasks which are given to you, something new you need to do both personally and professionally can be very stressful sometimes. Look at it as an opportunity for learning and for growth. But the second C is about control, and this is an important one, and so I'll spend one more slide on this. Okay, so there's this beautiful idea of circle of control and circle of concern. You may have come across it somewhere. It's also known as circle of influence and circle of concern, by the way. So what happens is we are constantly stressed about things on which we have no control. What is the point of being stressed about what is happening in Ukraine, what is happening in something which is not in your control, maybe the PISA performance of our students and so on. What is in my control is what I should do, is what this idea of circle of control and concern is talking about. Let that which you have no control on fly away from you, because it remains with you and it causes you stress. Let it go away. You have no control on that, right? And focus on that on which you have control and feel less stressed. So I've got this diagram because we are living in the times of the pandemic. It has not yet gone. And therefore, for example, a little while ago, we were so worried about, look at the circle of concern. We're worried about what will be the economic impact? What will be the future like? Are the schools going to reopen? Will we get back to work? What about the others? They are not following social distancing. When will they find a vaccine? Do I need to take one more? These are circles. All this is in your circle of concern, unnecessarily causing you stress, right? You have no control on that. But you do have a control on, I will turn off the news, which is very disturbing for me. Whether it is COVID or whether it is Ukraine or whatever, whether it is something happening politically, I will look at the headlines and be informed. I don't want to get stressed. I will take care of myself. I will maintain my own social distancing if we are talking about the pandemic. That's the example I've taken just to illustrate my point about circle of control, something that I can control and I can do it, and then that will bring me good results and I will not feel stressed. And that was the second thing. Learn to let go of that which is not in your control, both personally and professionally. छोड़ दीजिए, जाने दीजिए, let it fly off. I'll do this, I'll do that, जबकि आपका कोई control ही नहीं है. So why do you want to feel stressed? Focus on what you can do. Third idea there, and there are 7 we're going to talk about, is conscious breathing. Pranayam करते हैं आप. Breathe through the diaphragm. Full volume of breath when the diaphragm pushes up. Okay? When we are stressed, our breathing becomes very rapid. Notice it. Okay? And shallow, and that will cause more stress. So consciously, when you are feeling stressed, because stress will always come your way. In spite of all that I am saying, it will still impact you because zindagi hai, ji rahe hai. There will be stress, right? We are saying how to deal with stress. Deep breath will help you calm down and take some of the stress away. Fourth, release endorphins in the body because these are brain chemicals, as you can see, and you can see the picture. All the synapses are connecting the neurons. So when you run, when you take exercise, when you do any kind of aerobic activity, actually it releases the endorphins. And when endorphins are released, it reduces stress. Why? Because it enhances the immune system. So engage in laughter, exercise, yoga, even eating chocolates, maybe. All of that will release endorphins, and that's the fourth one. The fifth one, if you can, and whenever you have the time, and all religions tell us to do that, all, okay, engage in random acts of kindness, charity, daan, seva, all of that which is to be done is volunteering, altruism, informal helping of people. You feel good, you sleep easy that night, and you say कि मैंने आज कुछ अच्छा किया. So try to do that, and that will give you satisfaction and take away your stress. A habit of these behaviors will create very strong buffers against impact of stressors because you are doing a lot of kindness. Maintain a gratefulness diary. Try that. Each morning when you wake up or at night when you go to sleep, write down 2 or 3 things for which you are grateful, which we say count your blessings. Count your blessings and you will feel less stressed about what's happening to you. You will be able to deal with it. And lastly, spend time with positive people. Okay? Negative people can be very toxic. Learn to recognize them. Learn to recognize who are the people who are bringing you down, putting you into a downward spiral of thought. Okay? It's a vicious cycle. Try to be in a virtuous cycle when you are with good people. Find them. Seek them out. Make friends with them because they are the ones who have trust, who have hope, who have confidence, who have optimism. I love what is that said. Watch it. Try and think about whom do you spend maximum time with because you are the average of the 5 people you spend your most time with. Okay, so change that if you can. And these are the 7 strategies that we can bring into our lifestyle if we want to deal with stress. So the 3 cognitive skills in the first 3 episodes and these 7 strategies in the last and final episode should help you and me and all of us deal with the stress in our life. It's not going to go away. We are learning to deal with it. Okay. I hope you've liked what we created for you in this new series. Thank you for watching. Also, please like and subscribe to our channel. We are trying to bring you the best that is available in the simplest which is possible. Thank you for watching.